Hey guys, what's going on today? BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Vancouver Canucks NHL 15 GM mode. And like I said in my DiPietro video, if you guys haven't seen it on Twitter or have seen it in the previous video, you know my hard drive did crap out on my Mac, so I had to get a new one. And unfortunately, the most recent episode for our GM mode was on there, and unfortunately they got lost as well. So what I'm going to have to do here in this episode for you guys is to try to remember exactly what I did for the team and how I have it matched up here, so I can show you guys exactly what I did in the last episode, because I did make some trades, as you guys will see, and I'll try my best to show you guys some of the trades that I did make in this last episode, and I'll show you exactly what we got working with going into next year. So you guys were suggesting that we do move up to go get some other players there, to get a first line player and then get a better second line playmaker for the second line. And I did just that. So we made a trade with the Arizona Coyotes for Matthew Barzal. So what we gave to Arizona, or I think a return, I think we gave them Jack Campbell, and I believe our first round pick for this year, as well as maybe I think like another prospect or something along the lines for that, for Matthew Barzal. So we traded Campbell in the first for Barzal to get a first line playmaker, another playmaker with Galchenyuk and Grigorenko on that first line. So now we have two playmakers and a sniper on that first line. So he's 88 overall. There's his stats there. Puck moving skills are pretty good. He's got a nice hard shot with decent accuracy. He's a fast skater. A little bit physical. His defensive category is pretty good and nice offensive awareness and like that. So he was 7th overall, drafted from the Arizona Coyotes, and now part of the Vancouver Canucks. So he's on our team. And the other trade that we did make was with the New York Islanders. We picked up Ryan Strome from them. Now he's 26, but he still has one more year of getting better. He's 86 overall. We wanted to get somebody a little bit better than Berglund, because Berglund's puck movement skills were in like the mid 80s everywhere. As you guys can see, Ryan Strome is definitely a much better increase to that. His puck movement skills are high 80s. His passing is in the 90s. His offensive awareness is 88. Good discipline. He's a decent defensive player. He's got good defensive awareness. His shooting category is a lot better than Berglund's was as well, and skating just as good. So I think what we traded for Strome was, I think we gave up Patrick Berglund, and I believe we traded away McCann, if I do believe. Let me just double check on that. I believe we traded away McCann. If I don't see him here, then we did trade him away. Yes, we did. So we traded away Jared McCann just because of the fact that he really was just taking way too long to, progress. And unfortunately, he was just going to bite the dust. He was turning out to be like one of those players where he was going to have bad defensive stats yet again, but just like good hard shot and good speed and physical category. Other than that, it was not something I wanted to do there. So I unfortunately had to trade Jared McCann away, but we still have guys like Dane Fox down there. So here's what our lineup is going to look like going into this year. So we're going to have Matthew Barzal on the left wing, Galchenyuk centering, and Grigorenko on the right. Second line, we're going to have Johnny Gaudreau, Ryan Strome, and Gustav Nyquist. So even though we traded Berglund away, we still kept Gustav Nyquist around. So now we have Ryan Strome and Johnny Gaudreau and Nyquist alongside of him. So he has two really good snipers that can help Strome out to, hopefully Strome can help them out and get some points. Third line, we're still going to keep it the same with Hunter Shinkaruk, Bo Horvat, and Jake Virtanen. And then on the fourth line, we're going to have Justin Abdelkader, Brendan Gaunce, and Lyndon Vey there. Now, I would like to maybe trade Lyndon Vey for a better fourth liner, but for right now, I guess I'll keep Lyndon Vey around, because even though we're going to miss Marcel Gottsch, his defensive category is still pretty good. And overall, I think our defensive team is fine, that we can get away with having one not so good defensive player on our team, because I mean, Gaunce can definitely pick up for that, and Abdelkader can pick up for that as well. Their defensive categories are much more balanced than Vey's is. He's more of an offensive type scorer, but for fourth line duty, he's fine for right there. I'd rather give Virtanen time than Lyndon Vey, give him time in the third. So that's what the offense looks like. Defense, we're going to have Joakim Norlund and Cam Fowler, Hamilton, Tanev, Hogboom, and Carl for the top six. Power plays, let's show you guys what those look like. So the power plays are going to have Grigorenko, Galchenyuk, and Gaudreau with Carl and Fowler, and then Nyquist, Strome, and Barzal with Hamilton and Shinkaruk. I'm going to try out Hunter Shinkaruk on the point, because they wanted Chris Tanev playing there, but I'd rather put Shinkruk on the point and see how that works out for the first couple months. So there's that 4-man power play: Galchenyuk, Grinko, Barzal, Goudreau. I'm putting Tanev on the 4-on-4 4-man power play, just not on the 5-man. Penalty kill, we're going to have Bo Horvat and Alex Galchenyuk. That's going to be an interesting one because we're going to miss Marcel Goc there. So I'm going to put Galchenyuk on the top pair there with Horvat. Tanev and Nordlund, that's a defenseman beast pairing there for the first penalty kill. And then Brendan Gaunce and Justin Applicator on the second pair with Hogboom and Carl. So I think that should be good. 3-man penalty kills right there. Extra attackers are right there. Goaltenders, Patrick Polivka and Alex Dubois. The two 25-year-old goaltending combination yet again in Vancouver. Let's see how these two guys fare up against each other. No players are scratched, and we're good to go to get started year number 5 with this team. So I think I definitely made some good trades. I really like the Strome trade with Berglund and McCann for Ryan Strome. I definitely think that was a really good trade that we made there. So we'll have to see how this fares out, though, in this year number 5. So I want to make sure that auto-rotate goalies are on because I want to see who is going to fare better, if it's going to be Dubois or if it's going to be Polivka. Auto-rotate goalies are on. Yes, they are. CPU trade's good. Injuries are off, and we're ready to get going here. So let's get through the first 2 months of this simulation, and we'll see how the Vancouver Canucks fare in year number 5. All right, so we'll go up to that Anaheim Ducks game, and we will see how the Canucks do. All right, so salary cap is good. We should be fine. Waivers are good. We should be fine. And by the way, trading away Berglund, we picked up some salary on Strome too, because I think he had much more cap hit than Berglund did too, so that's good. We need to fill out some salary cap because we're getting near the threshold for cap anyways. So we'll see how the Canucks do here in year number 5, and we start out with 3-2 win over the Nashville Predators. It's good. The past 2 years that we've had with this Vancouver Canucks team, we've always gotten out to really extremely slow starts, but then started to pick it up midway through the season. I want to have something different this year where I want to have a very good start to this season and have that all the way through. So hopefully that will happen this year. All right, so let's start the scouting out. What do we need? I think we are good for some defensive prospects. I think we can. Well, we picked up a lot of forward prospects this year. Goaltenders were fine because we have two 25-year-olds. Let's scout those forwards in Russia. Why not? Let's scout the forwards in Russia for 6 weeks. All right, so off to a good start so far. 2-0. That's pretty good. But the first 2 months of the season. First month and a half, I should say, definitely mean everything for this team. I want to see if the Canucks can finally get off to a really good start finally, and just see if they can push that all the way through for the first 2 months without, trailing behind early on. So points are always going to be good too. We have had some problems not getting points for our losses, so maybe we can hopefully see if we can get points for losses as well if we do lose games. But it should be interesting. I think the team is so much better now, especially with Barzal in the first line. It's a bigger improvement. Nyquist moves back down to the second. We got a much better second line player in Strome than Berglund did. Third line still stayed the same. We lost a little bit of defense in Gotch, but I think Veg can still pick up for that. Goal scoring doesn't seem to be an issue right off the bat. Definitely not a goal scoring issue. Goaltending, a letting up an issue. We're letting up at least about 2 goals per game, but it's nothing to worry about so far. Yeah, goaltending does seem to be a little bit of an issue again. Maybe it's defense too. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll have to look at the stats after the first 2 months and make some adjustments there. But we are scoring goals every game. We haven't been shut out yet at all this year. We've been limited to we're scoring at least 2 goals per game, which is good. At the very least. All right, Florida's 7-2. They're a good team on the road. 3-1 win over them. There you go. There's a good game. 4-1 and a 3-1 win for our goaltenders. That's not bad. I'm liking the first month so far. We're not under 500, which is good. And there we go. There's another win over Boston. 6-2-1 to start the first month. That's what I like to see, Vancouver. It's been a while since we've actually had a very positive record like that after the first month of the season. So we'll have to see how we do after the first 2 months. All right, so we finally got shut out there. That's not our fault there. Either Steve Mason or Stolar's still in his head. Jesse Jones is being placed on waivers by the Edmonton Oilers. 4th line forward, bottom 6, 80 overall. What's his defense like? He's a 2-way forward. He's 32. He's got a decent defensive category. You know what? I'm going to pick up Jesse Joensu off waivers. We'll see. If Lyndon Vey is like a minus player, we'll swap out Vey and put Joensu in there because I think he's got a better defensive category than Lyndon Vey does. So we'll pick him up for depth just in case. All right, so Montreal, let's see if we can get another win there. No, we got a loss. It already popped up there. So 7-4-1. Once again, guys, come on. We need to get some points for our losses here. Get some points for our losses. A lot of tough opponents here, too. A lot of divisional opponents as well. All right, Sharks 5-7-3. They're not doing so hot to start. Should be able to get a win over them. As we do, 5-2. Carolina, they're a 500 team. Get a win over them. There you go. 3-2 and 5-2. Not bad. All right, Chicago, they're probably still a good team. Even 5 years in. They're probably a better team 5 years in. 6-8-1, not really. And 3-1 loss over them regardless. All right. Anaheim was always a powerhouse in our division too, so we want to see if we can get here. 3 road games against divisional opponents. Anaheim, they're not off to a good start. 5-8-5. A lot of points though. 1-0 loss against them. Brutal. LA. 3-1 win over the Kings. That's good though. Get back on the winnings track there. Arizona, 3-0 loss over them. All right, Jack Campbell shuts us out. Irony. All right, 10-7-1, coming back down to earth a little bit, losing some games here, but we need to see if we can win these games against teams that we should beat. There you go. It's a 4-3 win over the Rangers, who were well under 500. Chicago, they might be starting to heat up a little bit. No, they're still under 500. Come on, guys. We can beat the Blackhawks. Shootout loss. I'll take it. There's points. Edmonton, San Jose, and Winnipeg. All divisional opponents here. Come on. Edmonton, yep, they're a good team. 5 years in, Edmonton's a really good team by this time. Yep, back-to-back losses again. 3 losses in a row. Lost 4 of 5. Come on, Canucks. End up that month with at least 2 wins. I would like to get 2 wins out of it. All right, let's scout the forwards in the in this league now. All right, come on. End out the month with at least 2 wins here. At least 2 wins. Come on. Winnipeg, they're a tough team though. Come on. Get a win there. Don't want to end up 500 after the first 2 months. No, then we'll take a look at the stats and edit things around. 3-1 win against the Jets. Once again, having trouble getting points for losses, boys. Come on. Give me a win here. Give me a win against the Ducks. They're not a good team. 7-12-5. Come on. Give me a win against the Ducks. Give me a win against the Anaheim Ducks. Give me a win against the Ducks, please. Did we win that? I can't tell. 11-10. 12-10. Okay, so we did win that game 3-1. All right, so after the first 2 months, we're 12-10-2. It's better. I'll say that it's better than where we have been in previous years. I'll say that we're a positive team. We're above 500. We're in 3rd place in our division. LA and Edmonton are starting to run away with things. Calgary and us are kind of matched up evenly, but San Jose, Arizona, and Calgary can definitely contend back with and can definitely get back into the race early on. So let's take a look at the team stats here. Let's see what's clicking, what's not clicking so far at the entire league. We'll see what's going on. All right, so goals for per game. Goals for per game. We are, where are we at? We're one of the bottom in the league. 2.5. That's not really good. That's like one. That's at one. What is that? So 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. We're the 23rd best team in the league for goals for 2.5. It's not really good. A lot of teams are scoring a lot more goals than we are. So apparently goal scoring is an issue. It didn't seem like it was at the beginning of the year. Goals against per game, we have 2.5. So we're letting in and giving up the exact same amount of goals that we are letting in. But goals against per game, though, is definitely top 10 in the league. So goals against is good. Power play percentage. Power play is 15 something. It was like 15. Yeah, it's kind of near the low end. So maybe Shinkruk's not working out so well. Let me see times on the power play. But we have the most power plays in the league. So we have the most power plays in the league, so that could be a reason for it. Maybe I'll just edit it a little bit. Maybe I'll take Shinkruk off the power play. We'll see how many power play points he has. Penalty kill is... Where's our penalty kill at? Penalty kill is at 89.13%, so we don't need to touch the penalty kill. Penalty kill is good. 46 penalties. So we're the lowest amount of team in the league for the penalty kills, and we're top 3. So not touching the penalty kill whatsoever. Joakim Norlund, our beast defenseman, is doing fine on the penalty kill. That's fine. So 6-4-1 at home, 6-6 on the road, 3-6-1 our last 10. Though that's kind of hurting us. So if we can improve the power play a little bit, I think we can definitely be a better team. So we'll have to see what we can do to possibly increase our power play a little bit. Just want to see, am I still recording? Yeah, I am still recording. Okay. Never mind. Just wanted to double check on that. All right, so let's check out our team for points. Let's see who's contributing early on here. All right, so points. All right, so we got Grigorenko has 20 points in 24 games. Galchenyuk with 17. Barzal with 12. So he's getting the assists, which is good. Galchenyuk has 11 goals. That's good. Johnny Gaudreau has 12. Ryan Strome has 11. Shinkruk has 9. How many of those are power play points, though? He has a lot of assists, so he might have some power play assists. Look, oh my God. Look at Ryan Strome and Johnny Gaudreau. They're minus 12, 16, and 16. That second line is brutal minus. That is ridiculous. If we want to know why we're letting up so many goals, there you go. That's the reason. The second line is terrible for letting up goals. Oh my God, that's terrible. All right, so Shinkruk has 9. Lindenvey has 9. Brendan Gaunce has 8. Nyquist has 8. Nyquist not looking so good there on the second line. Advocator has 7. Horvat 5. Jacob Vertanen 5. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous how our second line is that minus. That's a bit ridiculous. All right, defenseman. Cam Fowler with 13. Dougie Hamilton with 12. Carl with 11, Hogboom with 4, Nordlund with 4, and Tanev with 2. So Nordlund and Fowler are only 2 plus defensive players. But yeah, that's pretty brutal. All right, goaltenders. All right, Dubois and Polivka have the exact same amount of starts. Dubois has a 2.4 with 6 and 6, save percentage of .917. Polivka is 6-4-1 with a 2.22. So both goaltenders are pretty evenly matched up. Neither of them have either shutout, so we can probably continue to split starts between them. Polivka does seem to be the better goals against average person, but both our goaltenders playing similar stats. All right, so as we can see, the second line is absolutely brutal giving up goals. I don't know why, but we need to see if we can cut down on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out Lindenvey here. I'm going to substitute Lindenvey. And let's put in scratched. Oh, I might have to call him up. Might have to call him up. Let's call him up then. Roster moves. Let us in the system. Let us call up. Oh yeah, wasn't I gonna start Gomerich instead of Joensuu? Gomerich. He has a good defensive category. I feel bad about playing Gomerich down there. Jesse Joensuu, 83, 83, 85. 87, 81, 76. Not good stick checking. He's a better stick checker. What's his discipline, though? Discipline... Oh, wait a minute. That's Dane Fox. What's Jesse Joensuu's discipline? He's 80. That's not bad. Good physical type of player, too. What's Gomerich's discipline? 76. All right. We're going to call up Jesse Joensuu. Let's call up Jesse Joensuu to the big leagues here. Let's edit our lines up. I want to take a look at Fowler's plus minus. If he's a plus player, I'll leave him in. But let's see. What's his total so far this year? He has 1 goal, 8 assists. He's a +1. So he has 9 points on the fourth line. I'll let him go. For right now, I'm going to let him go. But something needs to happen with the second line so you know that they can, you know, stop taking so many freaking penalties. It's unreal. What can we do? I'm going to switch Gaudreau and Barzal up for a quick minute. Because Barzal seems to be getting assists, so let's put 2 playmakers there with Nyquist, because Barzal's got some good defensive stats as well. Let's see if we can swap those guys around, and let's see if that'll make a change. We'll move Johnny Gaudreau up to the first line. We'll see if that can change up the second line a bit. Oh yeah, our power play. Let's let it up the power play. I'm going to take Hunter Shinkruk off the power play, even though he does have a lot of points. Special teams. Let's take... Let's move Shinkruk to the first line power play. We'll move him to the first line power play and let Carl play defensively down there. we'll let Fowler and Shinker play the point there on that point. So we'll do that. We'll move that around. 4-man power play. Do we want to change any of that? Let's see. 4-man power play. Special teams, 4-man power play. Galchenyuk, Grinko, Barzal, Gaudreau. I think it's because Tanev and Carl are right here. Tanev's got a decent shot, I would think. He's a good defensive player to put there. I'm going to switch up Hamilton and Fowler. Put Carl up there. Put Hamilton down there. Barzal, Gaudreau. Yeah, I'll leave that. I'll leave that right there. So those are the only changes I'm going to make. Let's go another month, and we'll see how we fare here. So I'm going to move Barzal down to the second line just so that he can maybe affect the second line so that they can get some goal scoring again. But the fact that everybody on the second line is like minus 16 is kind of ridiculous. That's how many of our goals are getting scored on us. Kind of ridiculous. So we'll see if that makes any difference whatsoever. Those changes, hopefully they do. And we start out with a 5-3 win over the Coyotes, and we start out with a 4-2 win over the Ducks. So there we go. Beat the teams we're supposed to beat. We got to beat teams like Arizona and Calgary and LA because they're going to be catching up to us soon in our division. So Calgary, there you go, 6-2 win. There you go, 4 wins in a row now against divisional opponents, which is good. Eastern Conference team against Ottawa. We are okay here as long as we can try to get some points out of this team, which are under 500. We should be able to. There's a 3-2 loss yet again. No points for losses on 1-goal losses, which kind of sucks. But a lot more divisional opponents coming up here. Looks like we're getting our season series with Arizona out of the way really, really early. Played them a lot. I mean, that's just three times that we play Arizona this month. And there you go, 6-3 win over Dallas. That's good. Maybe that move moving Johnny Gaudreau to the first line, Barzal down, might have been a good decision. You never know, but we'll see. There's a 4-2 win over Colorado, so there you go. 5 out of 6, which is good. If we can beat Arizona here, that'll definitely bury them quickly. All right, divisional opponents coming up. Arizona's still staying with it. There you go. There's another win over the Coyotes. 5-2 win. A lot of goals being scored too, which is what I like to see. Maybe spreading out Gaudreau and Barzal, you know. Might have jump-started the offense. Never know. Moving Shinkaruk up to the first line power play might help it out too. We keep Carl on the power play, which is fine, but moving Shinkaruk up to the point in the first line might actually just bolster that up completely. Up there he goes, another win. 4 wins in a row yet again for this Vancouver Canucks team. LA, all right, we need to beat these guys. We need to beat the Kings here. Let's see if we can beat them. 20 wins. There you go, 3-1 win, and then we get blown out by Phoenix, Arizona 6-1. But that's fine. Got a 5-game winning streak and then lost one again. All right, start a new one. 20-12-2. It's not bad. Not bad. Definitely win some games this month, that's for sure. There's another win, 6-2 win over San Jose. End off the month with another win over Jersey. That'd be nice. Very good month of December that we just had. And we get a 4-2 win over the New Jersey Devils. Okay, so that was a very good month of December. A lot of wins. We only lost 2 games that month. We only lost 2 games that month of December, losing to Ottawa and Phoenix. So that was a really, really good month. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-2 in that month of December. So that was a very good month for us. How much running time we're running at? 23 minutes here. As January filled, not too much. We'll go up to the All-Star break. Not that many games to run through here. We'll see if we can run through this pretty quickly, and then we'll take another quick look at the stats, and then we'll call it a video. Because I kind of owe it to you guys for not getting a GM mode out in a while. But this team is starting to look good now. 22-12-2. I like that record. There's another win over Chicago. There you go, boys. Let's go. Let's start to pick our game up here early. Let's start to establish a lead in our division. We're scoring goals. We're getting wins. That's what I like to see. We're not trailing as we should be during this time right now. Wanted to take a very commanding lead. And a very good record right now. All right, there's another win over Pittsburgh, too. 4-3. I'll take it, man. I will take it. 24-12-2. There you go, Canucks. That's what I like to see, boys. All right, let's scout some defensemen now. Which team has the most defensive prospects? The OHL does. Let's scout them for 6 weeks. I'm going to take a look before I start next video at the top prospects, who they're projected to be, and then I'll focus my scouting on them for the rest of the video. Even though we don't have a first-round pick, we might be able to trade some guys at the trade deadline for some picks. in this draft. There's another win over Minnesota. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Keep up that winning streak. Keep it up. 5-2 win. All right, there's a loss against Nashville. Yeah, I know. I'll edit my trading block before I start next video. All right, Detroit Eastern Conference team, then Edmonton, Anaheim, Colorado, Nashville, St. Louis. So after this game against Detroit here, got some more Western Conference opponents. 3-0. All right, lost 2 in a row. You kind of expect this to happen, but let's see if we can shift our focus here. Come back for a game here, a home game against Edmonton. This would be a very good game for us to win. Considering Edmonton's right on our ass too. There you go, 5-4 win over the Oilers. Don't know if that was regulation or shootout or overtime loss because it just gives us general wins. All right, Anaheim, they're not a good team this year. They probably lost Perry and Getzlaf by now. There you go, 4-1 win over the Ducks. Let's see if we can hit 30 wins before we hit 15 losses. See if we can win these 3 road games against Colorado, Nashville, and St. Louis. Colorado's a good team, though. There you go. 4-1 loss against Colorado. Come on, give me 2 wins here. There you go. There's a win against Nashville. It already came up before the game even got done simulating. And St. Louis ended with a win here. That'd be nice. 2-1 loss to St. Louis. All right, so let's simulate those 2 games against Jersey and Montreal, and then we'll end it. Simulate those 2 games against Jersey and Montreal, and then we'll end it right here. All right, let's... Whoops, no. Simulate up to there. 2 Eastern Conference teams. Just try to get points out of these 2 games. Devils, I don't think they're a good team. They might be a good team, actually. No, Devils aren't a good team. Got shut out by them, of course. Come on, give me a win here. Don't end the month on a losing streak. We had a good month of December. Don't ruin it by having a shit month of January. There you go. At least you get 1 win out of it. All right, so after a really good month of December, came back down to earth a little bit. An okay month of January. Where do we go this month? So 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, 5-3, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, 7-5 month of January. So it's okay. We still went positive, which I'll take. So we end off that month. We're 29, 17, and 2. But once again, 4 teams really, really competing for the top spot in our division right now. We have the exact same amount of points as the Kings do, but we have 2 games. The Kings have 2 games in hand on us. 3 games, 7-2. We have 1. The Coyotes have 1 game in hand on us, and 3. 3-2, and we have 1 game in hand on the Oilers. So we have 1 game in hand on Arizona and Edmonton. LA has 2 games in hand on us. So LA is off to the very early lead so far in the division with 60 points. We have 60 points as well, but like I said, LA has 2 less games played than us, and we have 1 less game played than both Arizona and Edmonton. Calgary, Anaheim, and San Jose are kind of out of the race right now, as they're 13 points behind at this point right now. So they're kind of far out of the division right now. It's just mainly between LA, Vancouver, Arizona, and Edmonton. Kind of interlocking for the division. How's the Central Division looking for points? 57, 52 is their wild card, and our wild card is 56. So we're looking pretty good for a wild card spot, at least early on in the division. So that's looking pretty good. All right, so let's take a look at points here. We're the 6th best team in the NHL, which is good. All right, so let's take a look at the stats here yet again. Goals for per game, 2.9. Yeah, there we go. So our goal scoring definitely picked it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th best team in the league for goals for. Goals against is 5th best in the league for goals against. That's still at a 2.5. So our goals against did not change, but our goals for went up. So that's good. We still kept the puck as much as we could before we checked it a month ago. So 2 months ago, I should say. So that's still good. And there we go. All right, power play percentage. It went up. It was at 18. It was like 16 or 17 before, so it went up. Are we still the most team on the power play though? 205. That seems like a lot. Yeah, we're second most team on the power play in the league. So that's fine, I guess. 18% is okay. It's near the middle. Still would like that to be a little bit better. Well, how much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, hold on. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're the 14th best team. So we're like in the middle for power play. So that's not terrible. And then penalty kill. Whoops, hold on. Penalty kill percentage is at... Okay, penalty kill went down a good bit. We're still the most disciplined team in the league, but it's at 84.07%. So we're still the most disciplined team in the league, and our penalty kill definitely went down a good bit from 89 to 84, but it's still pretty decent. So that's not bad. Home, we're 16-7-1. Away, we're 13-10-1. Last time we're 5-5. So we're a really good team at home, not so much on the road. But we're still looking pretty good here. Let's see if our second line might have changed a little bit point-wise, and we'll see how everything is turned out here. All right, so forwards. All right, so point totals. Grigorenko still looking like a very good player so far in this year. 43 points in 48 games for him. Galchenyuk with 39. Gaudreau, working with the top line, is now up to 37 points, which is good. Strome still minus 13, so he's still up to 34 points though. It's much better than what Berglund was getting. Much better producer. Barzal with 29. Gustav Nyquist with 28. Shinkaruk with 25 points on the power play, so he's got 4 power play goals. Lindevay is 18 points on the fourth line. Gauntz is 16 on the fourth line. Horvat with 15. Abdelkader with 14. Jacob Vertanen only with 10. Yeah. I could see what you guys meant by trading away Jacob Vertanen. He's not really a point producer on that third line. If you want to have an offensive third line, you gotta have a playmaker. You gotta have some players on there that are pretty defensive but can also score some goals. But yeah, I can see what you guys mean there. Shinkaruk is definitely putting in work though on the power play. I definitely will agree with that. But Vertanen is our least valuable player there offensively, so he definitely could be some trade bait come the trade deadline, possibly to get like a better defensive third line player in there that can also score some goals. But I definitely can see what you guys are saying there. Vertanen definitely not putting up the point totals that he's, I would expect him to with his shot. Because like I said, he has a really good shot. Defensive category is very mediocre, 2.5 stars for defense. Yeah, he's pretty shitty. He's only got a hard shot. Yeah, I could definitely trade away Vertanen come trade deadline time for a team that might want him. All right, so there's that. Defensively, Fowler still 24, Hamilton 23, Carl 21, Norlund with 10, Tanev with 8, and Hogman with 7. Defense started to get a lot more positive. Hamilton and Tanev are the minus players right now. They're the top 4 guys, but Hogboom, Norlund, Carl, and Fowler are all the plus players yet again. That's good. And then goaltending. All right, once again, Polivka started to get more starts, and he definitely started to take over as the dominant goaltender. Dubois still doing pretty decent for backup numbers. 21 starts, 2.56, 11-9 with a save percentage of .912. Polivka with 28 starts, 2.27, 18-8-1 with a save percentage of .919. Still no shutouts for either of these guys, but still, Polivka definitely started to win some more games there with him getting 7 more starts over Dubois. Still very good goaltenders, helping us to win some games. But there we go. So that's what the stats are looking like. I don't think we change anything. Ever since we moved Barzal down to the second line and we moved Johnny Gaudreau up to the first line, we started to win some games, especially in December. But might be time to maybe switch those guys back. You guys can give me your opinion on that. What do you think we do? Should we keep the lines the same, or do we move Barzal and Gaudreau, switch those 2 guys up, let Johnny Hockey go back to the second line, let Barzal go back to the first, and we see what happens from there. But we started to win some games ever since we made that switch, all the switches that we did. So you guys can let me know. We're second place in our division right now. We're looking pretty good. We got a record of 29-17-2 after the trade deadline, after the All-Star game. Trade deadline's coming up. What do you think? Should we do trade deadline wise? Jacob Vertanen does look like a player that could be moved for somebody, because then we can move Lindevay back up to the third line, and we could have Jesse Joensuu play the fourth line in Lindevay's place, and that'll actually increase the production maybe of the third line 5-on-5 wise, and it'll still keep our defense on the fourth line still pretty solid. So you guys can let me know. Is Vertanen definitely a trade asset with 50 some game for 40? How many games have we played so far? 29. What is that? 4? Oh my god, I can't do math. 58? Is that 58 games played so far? Hold on. 30, 16, 46. Wow, I'm really shitty at math right now. Hold on. That's 30, 46, 48. Yeah, we played 48 games so far, and Vertan's only got 10 points. So, yeah, and I know he has some good trade value. So maybe we can do that trade come trade deadline. Who knows? And, upgrade the places that we need to, upgrade. So let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Other than that, thanks for watching. If you liked, leave a like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys next time.